One of my favorite teachers always taught to say yes when your heart says yes, say no when your heart says no. Anybody heard me say that before? If you've heard me at all, you've heard me say it before. It is so incredibly important for our spirit, our mind, and our bodies to be authentic and be real. To not be afraid to say, no, I'm sorry, or no, I'm not going to do that. No, this is not right for me at this time. We have trouble with that. You know, our mommies taught us to be nice little girls and boys and to be helpful, to be of service, to be giving. But if we're not doing it from a place where we want to, we're not serving ourselves or anyone else. I don't know about you, but in years past, I've said yes to things I really didn't want to say yes to. And I've said no to things that I really did because I was worried about what someone else might think of me doing that. Say yes when your heart says yes. Say no when your heart says no. Then to be authentically happy, it's back to the same thing we talked about the holidays. Maintain yourself in company that you want to be with. Again, it's one of those social things. Why don't you go to the movies with me? You really don't want to go to the movies with this person. They're a nice person. You don't have anything against that person. But it's not someone you really resonate with and want to spend a lot of time with. And what do? Oh, I got to clean up my sock drawer tonight. Sorry, I can't go. Have you ever made an excuse that is not real to get out of doing something you don't want to do? Never. Nobody in this room would ever have done that. But we still do it because it's easier. For some reason, we've made it difficult in our society to tell the truth. I'm sorry, I'd really rather not go to the movies tonight. I really feel like staying at home. Dave?
This borders on that play small thing.
Playing small.
Play small and don't tell your truth. You're setting yourself up.
Yeah.
Not feeling so good, which leads right down into accepting illness.
Dave's helping me. He's doing a good job. Playing small because you're afraid to be who you really are, to be this authentic self, to be comfortable enough in your own skin to say, no, I'd really just like to stay home and watch TV. You know, it's okay. But we've made up these crazy things about making up stories to get out of doing things instead of just being honest. You don't have to say, hey, you're really ugly and I don't want to be seen on the street with you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to hurt someone's, but see, we're afraid of hurting someone else's feelings. Can you hurt anyone else's feelings? No, I'd like you to say that all together. Can you hurt anyone else's feelings?
No.
No. Can anyone hurt your feelings?
No.
Who does it? We do it to ourselves. If we can get off the roller coaster of, I'm going to hurt their feelings, they're going to hurt my feelings, I'm going to hurt their feelings, they're going to hurt my feelings, we can get authentic. We can get real. And then we live in freedom. Then we live in freedom to be who we really are. Challenges. Anybody have a challenge in your life? And what happens when we have a challenge come up? Be it a physical challenge, a financial challenge, an emotional challenge. What happens? What's our natural reaction to a challenge? The first natural reaction to a challenge? We shrink. Don't we? We go into that fear place. We shrink. If we can take that moment when we recognize that we're going into that fear place, take a deep breath. I am okay right this second. Because I will guarantee you that right this second you're okay. Your fear is about something in the future, about something that might happen, about how you're going to feel, about something that you're putting emotion into that isn't even here yet. Right this second, I'm okay. You know, my mortgage isn't paid yet. It's the 15th of the month. The mortgage isn't paid yet. It's okay. I still got a house. It's okay. Am I here right? There's food in the refrigerator. come in. It's okay. You don't have to go into that place of fear. You can take that challenge as a place of personal growth. Now, this is mature stuff. Babies don't do this. But we are mature spiritual adults. And we can take those challenges and say, instead of looking at the fear of what's going on, what do I have to learn here? What is my personal growth in this? And it can be fantastic. And the last thing I'm going to talk about in this is commitment. One of the other things we do in not being authentic and not being real is kind of like the saying yes and saying no, but we'll make a commitment to do something. And maybe it's a little passive aggressive because we'll say we'll do something and we don't do it. If you make a commitment for yourself, not for anybody else, just do this for yourself. Be willing to say no and turn down a commitment. But if you make one, do it. Another area of personal growth. You might have people argue saying, well, don't do it if you really don't feel like it. But if you make a commitment to be somewhere, be there. On time. Fully dressed and equipped. You'll be authentic to yourself and you'll learn more lessons by abiding by the commitments you make. By taking responsibility instead of the common phrase, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Stand by your commitments. If you practice these few simple things, being honest with yourself, honoring your commitments, looking for lessons in your life, standing in truth, finding a prayer partner. These aren't hard things to do. They're actually pretty easy things to do. And your life will be so full, so happy, and so joyous that you'll never get another cold. Thank you.
Wow.